BioWare and Dragon Age of the Veilguard are officially dead. Now, I know, before you turn off the video, because I know, I've heard this before, okay? Don, you've been talking about this for, the past few months, okay? This is at least the 8th or 9th time you've come through with a video like this, and I know, right? But this time it's true, okay? The game's on sale. EA just lost how many billions of dollars? BioWare is going through a massive restructuring. Kathleen Kennedy's contract is up at the end of the year, and she's finally going to be leaving Lucasfilm. Okay, it might be a little bit exaggerative there. But trust me, guys, I have an inside source. There's a USB drive in the parking lot. You know, it says anytime my inside sources tell me. But Dragon Age of the Veilguard's price slashed at GameStop by 65%. 4-month-old game now costs $25 brand new. Bro, that is... whoo, howdy. I guess by hook or by crook, they'll try to get those sales numbers. You got to pump up those rookie numbers of 1.5 million interactions. Whatever that means, try to recoup as many sales as possible in order to try to put food on the table of the people that are still working at BioWare, all 100 of them that are left. The disaster surrounding Dragon Age of Veilguard keeps getting worse. Less than 4 months after launch, GameStop has already slashed the price of brand new copies to just $24.99, a staggering 65% drop from the original $70 price tag. This level of discounting is almost unheard of for a major AAA title so soon after release, signaling that demand for the game has completely collapsed. I mean, like, we've seen, what was that, within the first couple of weeks, trade-in value for the game was going through the floor. So those unfortunate souls that, you know, at this point in time still pre-order and buy games at GameStop, it's like, outside of the memes, like, does anybody, when was the last time, like, I'd really have to go back in my mind. Like, it was definitely before all of the lockdowns, and it might have been like Boxing Day or Black Friday 2017 since I've been inside of a GameStop, and it was already being taken over by all that Funko Pop bullshit. And it was a really stark reminder that, wow, gaming just really, it doesn't speak to the actual gamers. It speaks to the modern audience. And, well, you make stuff for the modern audience, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, and that's what you got right there. So, yeah, if you want to go pick up a physical copy of the game, $25 even, good for you. Good for you, the company. Oh, speaking of those trade-in values, $13 on PS5 and $11 on Xbox. So, yeah, those 200 copies that are probably out there on the Xbox series of consoles, is that the best way to refer to it? Because you got the X and the S, and I think the E-type is coming around for them to complete the triumvirate. Yeah, you can get a whole $11 when you're done with this very riveting campaign. But if you want to get a digital copy, I mean, it's on 40% off, which is like, bro, still $48 Canadian. But yeah, it's on a special promotion, so yeah, it took a little while for EA to come around and go, oh my god, the game that is being pointed to, even though that's basically EA FC 25 that caused the massive stock drop. But the game that, you know, a lot of people are pointing to and saying, aha, you deserved it, you get what you deserve. With Veilguard, it took them a few days to come around, but they finally put it on release. And, well, is it working out for them? Is it bringing people back to the... Nope. Not at all whatsoever. Remember, oh my god, Jason Schreier, Get Woke, go straight to the top of the charts. 89,000 players because it had a day-and-date release. Bro, the game was massive. And then you take a look at that max chart and you go, oh boy, yeah, it was a massive fucking drop-off. God damn, man, you seen that week-to-week fall-off, you would think that there was a Marvel logo on top of that. That's wild, okay? But now to the main event, okay? Because you got BioWare, you got the hacks responsible for this crap. And, well, there was a little bit of news that came out not long after the big EA stock drop, not long after. There was some restlessness behind the scenes from the higher-ups, and now we got the official word that, yep, BioWare is gutted and restructured, which means you got one more shot at this. You got one more kick at the can. This is telling me that Mass Effect 5, it's gonna come out. I'm not gonna play it because Andromeda still, that's a game that's gonna haunt me until the end of time, because god, it was so bad and I was so looking forward to that game. That was the last time I probably looked forward to anything with anticipation. I got my heart broken. I swear to god, I'll lose my mind if Final Fantasy VII Part 3 I still think is going to be called Reclaim. I'll eventually get around to and substantiating that when I do my big Lungman video on Rebirth. If that game sucks, oh boy, I'm going to be... channel's going to become a wall-to-wall shit on Final Fantasy if that game is not terrific. But that's another topic for another time and potentially a couple of years out. I still think we're going to be hearing something about this summer, but another topic, another time, okay? We got to talk about bad games, not generational games. Yeah, studio tries to assure longtime fans, bro, you've already kicked them to the curb, as Mass Effect becomes the primary focus. And yeah, I don't like it, man. You can go ahead and try to refocus as much as you want, but like the damage has been done to Mass Effect. Does anybody remember how bad Andromeda was? Abysmal, okay? It was Veilguard, Mass Effect, 5-6 years ago? In 2017, I guess it's longer than that. Gee, oh my god. The fact that that's 8 years ago now that I have to do the math on it, that's... Anyways, the follow-up from Dragon Age of Veilguard's catastrophic failure continues, with BioWare now undergoing a massive restructuring, and that all but confirms the studio is being slashed to the bone. In a post on BioWare's official blog, studio general manager Gary McKay announced that the company is shifting its focus entirely to the next Mass Effect game. Yeah, we know, because it got its final update here, ooh boy, right at the tail end of January. What was it, the 26th or the 27th? It got its final Arrivederci patch 5 going. I don't know, man, like it's as good as it's gonna get. I don't know what else to tell you. Good luck, sayonara, Tasha's Bay, we out. Effectively sidelining a Dragon Age after the latest installment's disastrous reception. No, it was a big hit, trust me, bro. McKay attempts to paint this as an exciting new chapter for BioWare. Yeah, the reality is clear. Mass Effect 5 needs to sell a gangbusters or BioWare's done. Because let's get to the actual statement. Crumbs has it right here. BioWare restructures, brings on talent from Mass Effect original trilogy. Yeah, but they're going to be working with absolute incompetence. So you bring on a handful of people that worked on some games from a decade ago. It's the exact same shit that you'd get from, hey guys, Russell T Davies is coming back to Doctor Who. Oh, what? Peter Jackson's adapting another book from Tolkien? That's got to be great. Francis Ford Coppola is doing another movie that he's considered a passion project for the last 40 years? I mean, if he has that much faith in it that he sold his winery in order to finance it, I mean, it's got to be good. How many other examples do we need? Okay, there's a finite time when it comes to the efficacy of the people involved in creativity. It's almost like they got a punch card themselves. It's like a boxer or anybody in combat sports. Like you got your card. You can take so many shots to the head, and then eventually, when your number gets called, you get that glass jaw, and it's a wrap. But yeah, for as much as I love the Mass Effect trilogy, those are quintessential games to this day. I just don't have any faith that they could come back and recapture that magic. There's a few examples of people returning to past glory, but they are few and far between. Okay, also, I am told that the studio has been trimmed to less than 100 employees, as Mass Effect is still in pre-production. Yo, that game was, oh my god, like, Andromeda was supposed to get a sequel. Okay, that was supposed to kick off a brand new story, brand new trilogy, brand new saga. I forget, what was the surname of this stupid Ryder? I think it was Ryder was your main character. Ugh. I don't know why that memory got unrepressed like one evening with a handsy uncle. But no, you were supposed to continue Ryder's story because it was so engaging. It's like I've said before, that was the game that just, made me give up hope on gaming full stop for years. And I haven't even been bothered to figure out, like, okay, cool, like, how does that story end? I might, now that I'm thinking about it, have enough of a shit to just pull up a long play of the stupid game, or maybe I'll just mod the piss out of it to make it somewhat acceptable and just try to blast through it before the new one maybe comes out. But it looks like if it's still in pre-production, the Final Fantasy trilogy is going to wrap up before that, because part 3 is well into development, the script's done, the voice actors are more than likely being called in at this point in time. Pre-production, perhaps this is the beginning of good news. No, this is just the beginning of the end for BioWare, full stop. Hello everyone, hi. Today we are turning towards the future and preparing for the next chapter of BioWare's story. As we announced in August of 2023, we are changing how we build games to meet the needs of our upcoming projects and hold ourselves to the highest quality standards. You said that in August 2023, and then you released Veilguard in October 2024. What the fuck happened? Now that the Veilguard has been released, or I think released is probably appropriately, let's slink out, dropped on the world, excreted into society. I could think of more creative ways to put that. A core team at BioWare is developing the next Mass Effect game under the leadership of veterans from the original trilogy, like Mike Gamble, Preston Watamaniak, Eric Watts, Parrish Lay, and others. Okay, In keeping with our fierce commitment to innovating, I beg your pardon, when was the last time BioWare innovated anything? They were very innovative. They were cutting edge. But you could also say that about Naughty Dog, and it was about the same time that both of them were leading the industry when it came to breaking glass ceilings. Delivery of a Mass Effect. You're talking specifically about Mass Effect. Okay. We have challenged ourselves to think deeply about delivering the best experience to our fans. Get to the point. Get on with it. We are taking this opportunity between full development cycles to reimagine how we work at BioWare. Given the stage of development, you fired. We don't require support from the full studio. We have incredible talent here at BioWare, and so we have worked diligently over the past few months to fire as many superfluous, flag-waving, fun people as we possibly can, in hopes that you'll forget about the Veilguard by the time that we come around and go, hey guys, look, it's kind of like Shepard, but not really. It's got the N7. You remember the Normandy? You remember spaceships? You remember the Mako? Well, not the Mako. You remember exploration? Remember Rex? Is our colleagues with other teams at EA. Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, you're just, putting losers in different places, putting people on Battlefield support. Yeah, I'm putting somebody who was working on the battle system from the Mass Effect trilogy, putting them in a support studio for one of the sports games. That'll be great. Today's news, we see BioWare become a more agile, focused studio that produces unforgettable RPGs. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to forget the Veilguard anytime soon. That's for sure. Yeah, but more agile and more focused. So that means that, yeah, there's like 6 people here, and that's including the janitor. Don't worry, guys. We're building the new future of BioWare. It's just, now that we've completely read through that statement, and now that we're seeing the layoffs start to pile up, okay, over on Blue Cry, they're making their words known, and they're speaking their truth. Michelle Flam, and I'm laid off. Trick Weeks. I'm now looking for a new writing narrative position. Hey, good. Okay, I gotta give EA credit on this one. They fired anybody who had a hand in writing any of those characters of the dialogue from the Veilguard. Okay, good for you. It's been a privilege to work with so many amazing developers over my 20 years at BioWare. Yo, you would have thought some of the talent from the early days, because, yeah, 20 years, like, it's been a minute since BioWare was at their peak capacity, but you would have thought somewhere along the line some of that talent would have rubbed off, but nope. And I will cherish the memories of the wonderful folks in the community I've met along the way. Ugh, unironically saying my community. Yuck. Oh, Karen Westweeks. Yo, imagine working with your wife at a studio and she hyphenates your last name. What a cuck. Hello, I'm looking for work. Oh no, ideally in an editor role. Yo, beggars can't be choosers here, stupid. Imagine getting put out on your ass and going, well, I'm going to be selective, okay? Like Cousin Eddie from National Lampoon's Vacation. He was holding out for a manager's position. He hasn't been employed in 7 years. It has been an honor to work for so many talented professionals and a pleasure to meet so many amazing community members in my 19 years at BioWare, and you got kicked to the curb. If they're getting rid of long-term staff like this, I don't know, man. I'm okay. I was a little bit more optimistic about Mass Effect 5 at the beginning of this, but you're seeing, okay, yeah, people 20 years, 19 years, 14 years of BioWare, 26 years of experience across video games, novels, short stories, and newspapers. Ryan Cormier. Oof. Couple that with how brain dead the audience for this stuff is. So full on mega effect to appease these shitheads, I'm guessing. More ass shots, more the edge, and as much high-end, non-cartoony graphics as the hard... I'm sure that should be edge, but I guess when you're attempting to dilate and inject your hormones, it's tough to get proper grammar and correct spelling as possible. Can manage. Only beautiful women with big tits and perfect asses. Well, I mean, BioWare's most popular game arguably was Mass Effect 2, and Miranda was there, so... I mean, correlation doesn't necessarily equal causation, but... males can be fat and ugly, though. I mean... I guess if that's your choice, if you have a player character option. But yeah, males can be ugly and fat, though. Well, they couldn't be the latter in Veilguard, but everything that you created, even if you were aiming for something that looked halfway decent, like, you couldn't even do that. Like, it was definitely the under 3 club, okay, for the Veilguard. Only 2 genders for humans. And non-binary aliens to slaughter, and no politics. I mean, like, if the next Mass Effect game comes out and you can go ahead and you can be a Turian, you can be a Krogan, be a Solarian. I forget what Liara's race. The blue people, you could be the blue people. You can be in the blue man group. And you could be a human. Yo, that'd be fun. That'd be really good. That would actually be innovative. But no, man, if you've got the likes of Reset Era and a bunch of those spurgs out there saying and blaming everybody else for their failure, saying that this is a mega effect to appease the shitheads, it's like, you don't get it. The Veilguard was bad in every single aspect, and to just simply say it was bad is to undersell just how abominable that game is. There's a reason nobody's buying it, and it's getting massively discounted. There's a reason nobody's playing the game 4 months from release. It was a total and complete failure, and no, you can't blame Trump for it, even though you're gonna. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.